Okay. Whoa. We
Hey,
are
witches!
live after a whole year and a
13
couple months,
months?
13-month
13
hiatus.
months hiatus. Yeah.
Hello, my
We
witches,
have
our
not.
community that we have missed so much. It has been a long time coming to do a live again. And I promise you, in 2025, we did have plans, but our worlds got rocked and we had to put energy in other places. But we are back at this 28th of December, ending out 2025. So excited to start the 2026 year. And we just, we're ready to start anew. Hi, Brianna. We're so ready to start anew. We have so many great ideas. I mean, some of which we had hoped to complete in 2025, but not yet. And listen, if you're new to this channel, if you're new to just understanding everything, Kat and I have been doing this for about 5 years, and our ideas never stop. That is, I would say, it's not our enemy, but it's definitely sort of a blessing and a curse, because all we think about is all the things that we can bring to our community within witchcraft. What can we teach? What can we put out? What can we help people understand? How can we help new witches? How can we help any witches, new, old, coming back to it? You know, even if you don't want to call yourself a witch, our whole purpose in creating this channel and creating schools and creating Instagrams, which I can't say I totally love, but I'm here for it. We want to provide you with something. So tonight's coven meeting, which is what we're going to call the lives going forward, is to really get your guys' ideas and opinions about what you would like us to give to you. We want to create content that is specific to what you're really looking for. And we don't know what that is because we don't have your numbers and we can't call you up and ask you what it is that you're going through that you need right now. So that's what this online live is for tonight, is we want to create the next 12 months of content geared around what you're looking for and how you might want to grow in your practice, things you might want to see. And we brought some ideas because, like I said, that is like what we do.
That's what we do.
We are idea people. I wish I was given $1 for every idea I ever had. I'd be, buying an island somewhere and having a whole witch retreat like 24/7 on that island. That's what I would do. But I will tell you that the one thing that I already decided, we are only doing 2 lives a month. So that's kind of a new schedule. We used to do it every week for a couple months. Kat and I have got the podcast going. And so we're doing a podcast twice a month, and we want to do a live twice a month. Every once in a while, it gives us a week off during one of the months, the longer months. And we're kind of excited about that because we do need time to recharge. We realize that sometimes we overcommit. That's just who we are, because we just have the greatest ideas and we want to do everything all at once, right? Live it to the fullest. But our first 12, no, that's not the way to say it. So if we're only doing 2 lives a month, the first week that we're doing the lives every month for 12 months is going to be about crafting a grimoire. It's something that I've dreamed about for so long, bringing to the community and giving you guys ideas of how to craft a grimoire that feels like it's yours, not necessarily following anybody's designs. You don't have to have every crystal, herb, and spell under the sun in your grimoire. It's really making it practical for you. So that was the first thing. I already have the very first Crafting Your Grimoire episode live scheduled. So that's happening. And we're doing it, so you're only having to really get into that creative mind once a month. And then you have a whole month to think about, what's the next cycle of that? And we felt like this was the best way to approach such a big project, because grimoires or Book of Shadows are big projects. And you need time to sit with the information and sit with the design and what you might want to do. And
it's not something that can be rushed in 12, stretching it out over 12 months. We hope will be really helpful.
I think it's going to be helpful
for everyone, including me, because this is going to be my first making
your first major one.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I haven't made one before. I bought this beautiful book and stuff, and then I started it. We did a live on it. We did one page, and then I haven't visited it again. So I think I also need a guide. So I'm planning to use the series, because I don't know, for those of you who don't know me, I'm the newer witch of the duo, about 6 years or so into my practice. Jayme's the more experienced witch, with
just been in this world a long time,
close to 30 years of practice. So
that would be out of the 24 lives that we're doing in 2026, we have 12 of them dedicated to crafting a grimoire, which we're going to be recording. And the other thing is, we used to try to limit our lives to like an hour. We realized that might not be that helpful when we're trying to do creative crafts.
Definitely not.
Like when you're crafting something, who needs, okay, everybody get this done in like a half hour. No, I can't. That's not how creativity works or flows. So we don't have a set time of how long they will run, but we have lots of information to give out, ideas. You'll get to see us actually craft them. We're learning ways to manipulate cameras to have multiple views so that you can see sort of the work that we're doing on our page while you can still see us. We can talk to you and be able to see the chat, because that's the biggest thing about the live. It's one thing that I really miss about the meetup is being able to see all of you beautiful souls out there and like communicate with you and hear your stories, ideas, like what you're going through. We miss that. Live right now is what we have, and that's what we're going to work with. So for the other 12, so out of 24, we got 12 crafting and grimoires. We're looking for ideas for the other 12 things. And I think we're going to give you our ideas. Say yes or no, vote on it. I don't know if there's like a vote thing. I don't know how to set that up if there was, but put it in the comments and we'll be able to see it.
On it if you're watching this recording, because all of our stuff is always sort of free flowing, if you will. So we may change our mind. We'll get a better idea.
We're water signs. What do we do?
We'll have something planned and like a list, and then we'll be like, something will come into our world. And we're like, that's important. That's topical or tropical or whatever it is. When it's current, it's like something current. And then I think it's, never mind. Topical? I have to look it up. Anyway, so you want to talk about the things
So the 12 ideas that we have, you guys let me know. I see that Brianna's like, I love the grimoire idea. So yes. Look, I have been dreaming about this idea for so long. So I love that. Awesome. Thank you. And hello to April and Moon Lover. Hi, you guys. 12 ideas. My iPad already fucking blackfaced me, so I don't know.
Okay. So I'll start with the first couple. A travel altar box.
Yeah. Oh, I guess another important thing to mention is all of these are creative endeavors.
Oh yeah, these are creative. So if you're more into learning.
Do you want lessons?
Yeah. Do you want educational stuff or do you want creative stuff?
Yeah.
That's like maybe the first thing. Or should we split it in half?
Yeah.
Should we do 6 educational and 6
creative?
Whatever. 6 creative. I don't know. We want to know what you guys want.
And I'll just let you know, like for me, I have really needed that creative vibe in my life because it is a huge stress reliever. It helps me sort of get out of all of the anxiety building hours that I've spent in hospital rooms over the past year. So I've been more on my creative journey because that's been my therapy. So if that is sort of your vibe, let us know. I have tons of ideas about creating stuff. But yeah, I think the 12 ideas that I definitely have are all creative endeavors. Like
they are. Every one of them are. Yeah.
It's like tools that you can make for your practice and then just that you can use. I don't know, instead of buying stuff. I guess I'm leaning more towards that is like crafting things that we use in our witchcraft practices that feel personal, original, have your own ideas, you know.
There's something about putting that energy into it, right?
Yes.
Like taking a candle and dressing a candle and making it yours and carving a sigil into it or a word or anything like that. It really personalizes it. You can buy beautiful, candles on Etsy and
they do make beautiful ones.
I'm sure they're really gorgeous and maybe even personalize them for you. But this is a way for you to get your hands in it and really connect with that energy and put your intention into it as you make it. So I think there's definitely value in that.
Well, Moon Lover says both. So creative and lessons.
All right. Well,
we're gonna figure that out then, and that's okay because sometimes. If we're
creative with the lesson,
we're doing, because while we're crafting, there could be lessons in it.
But stories about
about how to use it or where it came from. So Moon Lover, we were actually thinking about right before we got on the live, one of the things that I really, really want to teach that I love so much, but it is a major, major topic is numerology. It's something that I live by, that I love so much, like getting signs and numbers and, understanding like what your name means and just, and that would be something that I actually add to my grimoire. So that could go hand in hand, but that would take up the other 12 sessions for sure. Like numerology is
numerology is
huge,
almost as big as astrology. which I'm studying, and it's taken me a long time.
It's a major lesson. Yeah, there's a lot to it. I would love to teach it.
Oh my God, it would be so fun.
I would love to teach it.
It would be such a great.
I've never taught it as a whole class. I've given people lessons on like, here's how to find out your name and your, birth path number and your whole chart. And I've thought about doing things like that and making it as a download to help people, but I could teach it. I don't know. Yes, numerology. I could sprinkle it in here and there. I love that too, because what are we going to talk about while we're doing the crafts?
Yeah, we'll be talking.
That'll be, maybe that can come up as we're doing stuff, even like if it's a certain day number or what numbers mean or letters. I love the meaning of letters, and that could coincide with as we build our pages, sort of whatever page or chapter or section that we're building as well. Okay, good. All right, so we're all on the same page. We love lessons and we also love creativity. Perfect. What was the next one we had on there? So we had traveling altar box, because I've created a lot of them and it seems to get a lot of likes and like people really interested in that because they're small. You can hide them. I don't think that they're always for travel when we make them. I think that they're also just sort of for like, this is my secret little altar
mini
box.
altars.
It is. That you can tuck away and hide and keep all your stuff together.
Well, I think we just talked about candles.
Dressing candles. Yes.
Altars
and where things go. I think that I could do more of that on Instagram, and just I've sort of laid out. So it's teaching on Instagram, doing like 60 seconds of putting it all together for self-love or putting it all together for prosperity or protection. I've thought about that for Instagram because I think that I could get that together in 60 seconds. So maybe not on lives.
Okay.
I know this list is from the summer that we have not reviewed since this. So I think that sounds like we could do that.
Bells. So
the witch's bells.
Witch's bells, yeah.
So that is a craft. That's what I have on my downstairs basement door. So when you come in and out, you hear the ringing of the bells.
I already know, like, because that also removes energy, right?
It does. The bell sound removes energy.
The bell sound, sends it negative energy. So you need that on your front door and your back door.
I want them on my doors, my windows. I want them everywhere. I love that Katie said that she created a traveling altar in an almond tin.
Oh.
Any kind of tins.
Tins, yeah.
I have an old Starbucks.
An Altoid tin. A little teeny tiny. That's really tiny.
I see almond. You said Altoid.
She put Altoid. Yeah, she corrected it to Altoid.
I was thinking like the candied nuts, like the almond, that you get as gifts
get it
from
Christmas
Sweden.
Time, so if you got any tins,
well, that's what I was thinking of.
Like, this would be a good time to save those.
Hey, the cookie tins that you get, cookie tins. Those are all paintable and like customizable. I love that.
Spray paint, Mod Podge.
Mod Podge. I've become a master at Mod Podge now, and transferring napkins.
After we did the moon water ones.
Those jars are to die for.
They really are.
I know. I look at mine all the time and I'm like, I need to have a better place in my house where it's the center of attention because it's super beautiful. I used an old gin bottle for that it has like constellations on it. Oh. I don't remember the brand of gin, but it had constellations on it. And so I was able to keep some of the wrapping. Perfect. Super pretty for a moon water jar with, we ended up Mod Podging on dried flowers. Mm-hmm. Yes, that was
we did that on a live.
We did that on a live. That's where we got that's sort of how we started all of this is in 2024. We did all those lives that were like creating something because we needed it. Again, that creation process when you're working with your hands, number one, it pulls you out of any stress responses that you have. When you start pushing your energy into something else, it doesn't sit in your body anymore, so exercising, going for walks, crafting things, that really helps like push the energy, the excessive energy out of your body. And that's what I find really helpful when I go through stressful times is like, if I can sit down and craft for a while, I really feel a lot better. I really do. And whether that includes like music, singing, or drinking, or all of the above, it just helps with something. Lately, it's been, I watch Hoarders and I do embroidering. Like, I don't know why. That's just my vibe right now. Hoarders and embroidering. I don't know. So witches bells, ritual salts. I love making bath products. I love making anything that is for use in like doing ritual baths or showers, bath bombs, shower bombs, the eucalyptus leaves, all of the things, anything for bathroom time is a vibe of mine. So that was another creative thing that we thought about is ritual salts. And it could be ritual salts like ones you use to do thresholds, or it doesn't have to necessarily be in the bathroom. I'm not sure what I thought there, actually. When I think of ritual salts, I actually think of like a ritual bath salt. What do you think of?
That's what I was thinking, like the scrubs, almost
scrubs,
like we did that one
sugar
time
scrubs,
too.
yeah.
Sugar scrub. But I did, with the holiday this past week, I did use salt probably for the very first time across the threshold of my front door. I like swept everything out there. And the whole time that I was doing this, I was like, let all the negative energy that comes to this door just not even come into my house, because the holidays can do that sometimes.
They can stir up emotions.
So that was the first time. And I put it under the mat, and I was like, I should have drawn a pentagram.
You thought about the next iteration of that.
I did. Yeah. I did while I was doing it. I was like, next time.
And that's what is so great about practicing. Yeah. The more that we practice and we try something just a little bit, even when we don't know anything, you think about, you know what, if I did this again, I would do this. And that is sort of how you, I would say, level up, but it's really how you find like what's comfortable for you and what feels like. I finally have that practice like as a whole that I just love. And that's from just experimenting time and time again. So you did your first salt threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next time you'll think of something else to go with that.
Yeah. Next time I'll probably draw the pentagram.
Nice.
And under the mat. So I'll take the time, because so that'll be my next iteration. See. And guess what? Nothing went down on that day either. It was it was actually a really just beautiful day. And my,
everything was peaceful.
Everything was peaceful. Everybody was happy. Nobody drank too much, or the drinks that I made.
You made a very good jingle juice. Very good jingle
that
juice.
Wasn't too strong for anyone to get plastered, but just enough for people to like chill and feel like they were sipping something.
Nice.
It was yummy.
It was yummy.
And it was a really good day.
It was. Good job. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for hosting and doing and like protecting us from any
loved it. I had so much fun doing it.
So the next up is candle making.
Oh my God, don't start with me. Don't start.
Listen,
the candles that we made at Brianna's house.
I know. I know. We still
love
them.
Do that, you guys. If you've never made candles, it's like the best. And I don't have any idea what's involved, like how much money you have to spend. I know we did the candle making with Brianna.
But somebody else provided everything. So
but
you're not sure.
She supplied all the stuff. So I have no idea what kind of an investment that is. But the candles smell so wonderful, and they're so freaking cute.
They're very pretty.
And they're just
containers.
The only bad thing is I don't want to burn them because they're so pretty.
That's what happens with beautiful ritual stuff, is that it often becomes like, no, I can't burn that. Like that's too pretty. That's too special.
I want to look at it and smell it and keep being able to smell it and look at it.
Yeah, it becomes hard to use when you love it so much. I totally get it.
So candle making. So what was our next thing?
Luminaries.
Luminaries.
So that would be like the things that we hang in the window that create sparkly lights, like any of the globes. I think of feng shui. So anything that would light up, anything that would cast light, reflect light. So you could think of luminaries as those paper crafts that go over candles that light comes out of.
Okay.
But anything that would dangle or set and it would refract light in a certain way that would be meaningful, beautiful. You could do a rune lamp. You could, make the sun catchers.
Yeah.
Anything. A luminary is anything that's going to illuminate your space. So that would be a wide open category.
Mm-hmm.
And they're easy enough to where when you put them together, you could do a couple different kinds. It's not like we would have to both be doing the same kind of luminary, because they're very easy. So it would be anything that helps light, refract, dissipate, glow into the space. Yeah, any of those things.
So I love those little crystal things that hang that I have in the window, and then when the light hits them, they're
rainbows.
The rainbows,
all
the
the
spots
rainbows
all over, and my dog's watching them.
Oh my gosh.
Wreaths. So many different wreaths. You know what you don't have? Oh, flower crowns is next. I was going to say, you know what you don't have? Flower crowns.
I haven't made a new flower crown in a couple of years.
I have not, and I love flower crowns so much.
We made one on Alive.
And mine.
We don't like them.
Mine just hurts. This is the thing that you learn when you do this. Like the first time you
rush it. We rushed it.
And
yeah,
we rushed it.
We did rush it. Yeah.
We did because
we gave ourselves such a time limit of, oh my gosh, we can only 1 hour. And truly a craft lasts as long as the craft lasts, you know? So how many projects do we have unfinished that we started on lives, but we were like, cut ourselves off at an hour and now they're half finished. If you have half finished
the patriarchy
crafts,
up there.
If you have half finished crafts, we are also very guilty of that and have not finished them. It's been over a year.
But I would do my flower crown. It's just like you were saying, you know, like the first time you try something, you may not get it exactly right. And you're like, the next time I did this, I would do this differently. And then you do it. And so I would be on my second time of making a crown. And I already know that I would not use the same. I would make my own, you know, starter, because I use like a wreath. Oh my God, don't ever use a wreath. Like one of those wicker wreaths that you buy at the store. That's like it's
Divine
circle.
Ones from the Christian craft store.
They're like a circle and they're so hard on your head. They hurt. You know, they hurt your head too.
Well, we have some funny clips before we actually get on our videos where we're trying to wear the crowns and you've got like stuff poking you and you're like, oh God, I think I'm getting a bald spot from where that's stabbing me in the head. And then like they start, you know, if you're not careful, things start getting out of whack and falling apart and you've got just things sticking out everywhere. Yeah.
So wreaths and flower crowns are basically in the same room.
Yeah.
Witches' brooms are really fun to make. Now I've made 2.
Yes.
But I love them both so much.
Where's your second one?
My second one is the one that I went to Spirit University and made.
That's
the fall
right.
one.
Yeah, I didn't. That's why you have 2 and I only have 1.
Yeah.
She went without me somewhere and made a damn witch's broom.
I was with Joellen.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I get it. So witch's brooms, which is more of a decorative piece that we hang on the walls. Not so much the actual weaving of one like the professional women who make them and sell them for a couple hundred a piece, which I'd love to get that. If I went to a store and made one and like did the whole thing, I'd have that thing forever, because brooms actually last a really long time. They are made of materials that last a long time. It's not like you need a new broom every year. They're there to stay. But this would be more of one that hangs on your wall and could symbolically sweep out negative energy, but you wouldn't really like use it on the floor. It'd probably fall apart.
Yeah. No.
Can you imagine using yours on the floor?
No.
Because so the one that Kat and I made 3 years ago now?
I don't remember.
Well, we made some for the Witch's Ride.
I guess it was 3 years ago. Yeah.
And we used grass out of my garden, like decorative grass, like long decorative grass. And we tried to paint it and dye it. It falls apart everywhere. First off, if you get that out and start waving it around, you're going to have grass pieces going everywhere. It's not the most stable thing, but that was our first iteration and we can do better on the second try. So we could do that.
Yeah.
A witch's broom.
Wands. I feel like wands are like hard to make, like to get things to stay on. I mean, I see beautiful ones that have like stones and stuff on them, but those seem like really a lot of work and hard. We would have to,
there would be a lot of planning in whatever we did. That's why we're trying to get an idea now of what you guys might want to see as far as crafting and then also lessons, because it's not like we can prepare for this 30 minutes before we get on the lives. This takes sometimes weeks of preparations before we feel really ready, you know, and especially if it's something we haven't done before, we would try it out first, go through it, and then see like what works, what doesn't. So it's not something that we throw together without a plan, truly.
I guess the other thing I would say is that we should, and I'm sure that we will, because now I just thought of it, provide the list of supplies, like all the things that we bought, you know, and how much they cost or where we bought them.
Links. Yeah.
Links.
I think understanding what the craft costs and what's efficient and what's not. Those would be lists we would want to put together for you guys. You know, we'd actually been thinking for a while, like if anybody wanted to know the things that we were using that, you know, we got on Amazon, or if it's at Walmart or Costco, or I can't think of it, Target, or the Christian craft store, Hobby Lobby, or Michael's, you know, we've thought about putting like where we've got things as well. It is a lot to keep up with, but if you're ever interested, please don't hesitate to just email us, text us on the chat, you know, and we will get back to that. We would come back to that. What?
I was just reading Brianna's comment about the cinnamon brooms.
Yes, I know.
The cinnamon brooms.
I missed out on getting more cinnamon brooms. I usually get 2 or 3 every year because they smell great. I do love them. And then they're great, like, you know, they're beginner witch brooms for decoration. I mean, they work as a great base. And they're only, you know, depending on when you get them, they're anywhere from $12 to clearance,
and they're
like
$5.
$5.
Cinnamon, are you kidding? That's one of our favorite herbs. One of my favorite herbs.
The smell is just
Spices,
amazing.
Herbs.
So with the wands, the only thing that I want to say is like my wand is a selenite wand. So selenite is a really soft stone that can be carved, and it just felt right for me to do it out of stone, like a selenite stone, rather than a wood wand like you will see a lot of times. But a wand can either be a magical representation for the element of air, or, and you know, hold that place on your altar, or, you know, where you do your magic. Or it can be something that you actually use to try to direct energies. And then there's anything that basically you can point and feel like becomes part of you can be the wand. So that's what I would probably do, another selenite wand. I'm very comfortable with that one. What would you do if you were going to carve or make or create a wand?
I'd probably find a nice stick.
A nice stick.
Yeah. And then
nice piece of
struggle
wood.
with how to get stuff to stay on it. Like wrapping it, you know, like figuring out how to wrap.
Yeah.
Because that's a talent, you know, to be able to wrap and get things to stay put, like stones and stuff like that, or
having an inspiration image can help a lot of sort of like, oh, okay, let me deconstruct what they've done with that image. But I've used in the past with any wooden ones that I've let go. I've used old jewelry pendants so that like they're just it's a stone already set, and you can kind of like make the base with that. That's the only time I ever did that.
Old ring that you don't like,
an old ring, sure. Don't wear.
Don't wear. And repurpose
the last thing you want to do is like, this ring I don't like. Let me put that on my wand, my magical object.
Wearing, that's what I meant. Thank you for correcting me.
No worries. I love it. Because I was thinking, I don't have any rings I don't like.
I have some.
But I have ones I don't wear.
That are not favorites to wear for one reason or another. Like they get caught on everything that you wear. Like if they have a little thing on them, and then they're always getting caught in your clothes, and you're tearing up lace and stuff like this. I'm like, you can't come along anymore.
I've got a really big moonstone ring that I love. My sister gave it to me, but it's really big on me. So if you can see, I've literally squished it so that it fits on my finger. Like because it's just like 1.5 sizes too big. So it will slip off really easily. Like if I wash my hands, it will go off in the sink if I'm not careful. So that
Jolene has really big fingers. It's really funny because you would never know. You would never know that she has big fingers. They look normal size, but then she's like, oh no, that's a size 10. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it doesn't seem normal. You're like, what? No, we're the same
size.
How is
that? It just looks like a normal finger.
I'll never forget somebody calling me or telling me that I had man hands.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, well, I mean, I think they're okay. Probably knock you out. Just kidding. Well, next up would be the witch's box.
The witch's box.
Which is what? I mean, what would we consider the witch's box?
Well, some of the things that I've used them for is like storing my sage or storing like a little, like maybe I have one that it's got a cloth in it, it's got candles, it's got all the stuff like
some
for
supplies.
Regular, supplies. But this is like a box that's strictly for altar stuff. So if I took it with me and set it up somewhere, I would have everything I needed to set up an altar.
Would it be similar to a travel altar, but just on a bigger scale?
It would be on a bigger scale. Yeah, it would be like a full size. So probably you take it from one. It's in another room. I bring it in here and set it up on the table. I've done that.
I don't have an altar box. I have an altar bag. The bag you made me.
Yeah. Oh, the little toes.
Yeah, it's my tarot bag.
I made the
technically,
cutest
but
ever. I should have made more of them, but
you
I don't know why I didn't. The fabric was harder to find than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, we had
Fabric
a canvas.
Man is like.
Well, and now Joanne's is gone. So what are we going to do? I don't know.
We're going to search for used fabric, or we're going to search for clothing in Goodwill stores that's nice fabric. So if you see nice fabric and you don't really like the clothes, but you're in love with the fabric,
is amazing.
Yeah,
get
it, and you know it may end up. Well, it could end up being the cover of your grimoire.
It could.
It could turn out to be that, because I've got some. Green corduroy. I've already got an idea for
not the jacket you just got.
I know, but I like the jacket. I thought I might turn that. I thought
you were thinking about using. Don't you dare! You give me that jacket
because it was all wrinkly, and I wasn't sure the wrinkles would come out when I washed it. You know, sometimes there's that material that doesn't unwrinkle once it wrinkles, but it unwrinkled.
It's so pretty on her. You just wore it the other day.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
That was the one. But when I looked at it, I thought.
You're not allowed to tear that up. You're allowed to give that to your favorite daughter. Okay. You're not allowed to tear
Jolene,
that up.
she's not my favorite daughter, if you're listening.
She cannot confirm or deny that statement is true. But the witch's box would be something where it has. So I've had something like a witch's box, but never truly that designated. Yeah. I've had a witch's calyx box, right? Like it's one of those like 13 by 13 little storagey things, like the.
That's because she's been collecting stuff for 30 years. It's maybe not 30 years.
No, because when I was in the Navy, I really couldn't collect anything.
So since you've been out of the Navy.
Yeah, since I was 25, and I'm about to be 45. So
for 20 years, 20 years of collecting
of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I've had,
which is why she needs a calyx box.
I have like, okay, we're not going to go into how many calyx boxes I have of witchcraft stuff, but I had one specifically that was about my altar change outs for the holidays. That was something that I did before my witchcraft really took over my house. When I used to practice sort of not in the public eye of anybody who came into my house that could see the different altars and my moon waters and all the things. I had a calyx basically, which is like an 8-hole box system that, each one has a thing out. And that was my 8 holidays for the witch's holidays.
Those cube things.
The cubes, yeah.
Yeah, the cubes.
And so each one stored stuff in it for each holiday for the altar to change out. And that was just how I did things. And I kept candles and decorations and little, trinkets and stones and
everything that was for that season.
Everything that was for those 6 weeks that was supposed to be out. And that was how I did it. So being able to organize your stuff, this is what I have found with witchcraft stuff, because it's so beautiful and there's so much of it and we just love it all. Usually we're all attracted to it. Making sure it's organized so that you can get to it and use it. I
now have a spring, summer, fall, and winter box.
Nice.
Cube. Yeah, I do. And one of them is like really empty. I was like, I need to work on that.
Ooh, which season is harder for you? Spring?
No, I have a lot of spring.
Oh, I have a lot of fall. I have like 4 boxes of fall.
It might be winter. It might be winter, because winter's kind of like when you go looking for stuff for the wintertime, it's all Christmassy. So,
it is,
so finding stuff that I vibe with is a little bit harder for
witchcraft in the winter is harder.
Katie wants to know, did you say in the Navy?
I did say in the Navy. I was in the U.S. Navy from 18 to 25. Yes.
That's
active.
Years. That's
years.
Years.
How old I am? 1918 to 1925. Or wait, 2018 to I forget, we're in the 2000s.
When as soon as she graduated from high school, she joined the Navy, which was always her plan because she wanted to see the world.
Yep.
She was always
99 to 2005 is when I was in. Yep. And I was in IT. I was stationed on a couple ships, did a couple of limited tours. Then when I got out, I worked for the Department of Defense. Fun, yay. And now I don't like being around military people at all. It's harder. When it triggers my PTSD is all it is. It's not that I don't like being around them. I just get very emotional and it brings back a lot of memories. So, but I would never, ever discount my Navy time. It definitely grew me into a stronger person.
Oh, it gave you such a lot of things to talk about.
I know. I could
so many things to talk
forever.
About. So many experiences and stories to tell. I just love it. I love listening to them.
I love all the places I got to travel. All the things that I got to do around the world that's what I collected. I collected those memories. Yeah. I love it. So Moon Lover says, try looking for nature during a Maine winter. Ooh.
Oh.
I want to go to Maine so bad, though. Did I tell you that Taylor was just up in Rhode Island?
She has a house there.
Not Taylor Swift, Mom.
Oh.
I love that she thought I was just conversing with Taylor Swift and that she was recently in Rhode Island. I love that. Thank you. That's a lot of credit on my part. Thank you so much. No, Taylor, our family Taylor, was up there with her husband. And
I didn't know that.
They got to see snow on the beach. She sent me a picture. So being in the coldest of winters, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know. But evergreens and seeds and pine cones and anything the things that are happening under the soil. I'm a winter baby, you guys. I was born in February, not February. I was born in February, so that's the dead of winter, sort of, right? So winter starts December 21st, the season, and then it ends March 21st, 22nd. So I was born February 22nd. So I was born in winter, and I'm the only one in my family that can stand cold water. Nobody else will get in cold water.
It's true. She did a video of her getting in the water here in our intercoastal.
I take my plunge every New Year's in the cold water.
I was like,
it's freezing. It's cold.
It's
when you're used to Florida
cold,
water.
So
it's cold.
Katie is retired HMC FMF. You probably know what all that means, but I don't. I was going to say masters. No. I thought master.
Master Chief.
Master Chief.
Master Chief.
Yeah, because my brother was master. I think Master Chief.
He was Navy.
John, not Navy. No,
Air Force.
Was Air Force.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought it was master something else. Okay.
Yeah, they have masters of lots of things.
Yeah. Okay.
Master Sergeant. I don't know. It's been the world.
I was never going to be able to make it into the military because I just didn't like rules that I could. Jamie's like, anybody can do this. I'm like, not anybody.
She's like, I'm not going to be able to handle being told what to do on a daily basis. I'm not going to go there.
Oh.
I was okay. I knew what I was doing it for, I guess, so I didn't really care. I was like, all talk and no action. Like, they're not gonna like beat you. They can't do it. Like, they can talk in your, they can yell at you, and it's like, okay. And what did that do for you? You feel better? So it kind of reminded a lot of the people in charge reminded me of mad babies. They were just like angry toddlers.
Oh, brother.
You can't tolerate it, huh?
All those personalities.
It's a lot.
I just don't know. I'd ended up in the brig.
HMC. See, now she has me thinking, because now I'm thinking of a helmsman, an HM, but
Katie,
also there's hospital
tell us what it is.
Hospital corpsman, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hospital corpsman chief. Oh.
With the Marine Force. Interesting. Yes, you should text us about that. See, I'm more interested. The Marine Corps Fleet Marine Force. I worked with the Marine Corps, the USMC, on the Essex in Japan, and we just drove them around so that they could pretend to fight people for like 2 years. And they fought.
A ship of 5,000.
Yeah, when the Marines were on it. Yeah, we went to Okinawa a lot and Thailand a lot, but the Marines were way cooler than they used to tell me that they're like, you should have been a Marine. I'm like, no, you guys talk so much crap to each other. I can't do it. They're not kind to one another, which I needed hardness, but I needed the kindness too. I needed to care. And the Navy was like, I don't know, education and caring a little bit. But some wusses for sure. You can say that. Like, you see Marine Corps men and then you see Navy men, you're like, there's a distinct difference.
Well, I know somebody who actually left the Marine Corps, and now I understand why, because I'm like, oh yeah, he couldn't handle it.
Oh, but we don't, listen.
No, well, it is. He couldn't cut it. I think he was too sensitive. He was a Pisces.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
He was a sensitive soul.
Water signs are sensitive. Katie said love Okinawa. Me too. The most beautiful beaches, Okinawa. The coral. They just have like beautiful coral that washes up on the beaches. All these different colors. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Kind of
like
there.
We have shark's teeth that wash up on our beach.
Yeah, shark's teeth and different shells and stuff. Yeah. But I think I joined the Navy so that I could always be around the water, because we are originally from California, so grew up on that coast. And when my mom moved us to Kansas City, where we were landlocked and it snowed and I had to wear shoes all the time, it sucked. I was like, I can't wait to get out of here and move back to the ocean. So, I mean, I know people don't call the Gulf of Mexico the ocean, but I do. It's kind of linked, and we have whales. If you have a whale in your water,
we have sharks. Brianna told us we have sharks.
Yeah, the bull sharks.
The bull sharks, like aggressive bull sharks.
You know that spot where I swim between the shore and then over to the little sandbar? Mm-hmm. So that's the only place I get nervous, because I know that there's a deep
deep.
It's deep there, and I swim like hell because I'm like, just go. They won't just start fast. They won't get you. But I don't know if that's true. Brandon, back me up. Should I swim across that channel or should I not? I don't know. I do it, and then I'm always scared when I do it, and then getting back across, I'm always like, I'm confident for a second, and then I'm like, I feel like something's gonna get my toes. Like when you're a kid. Yeah. Well, it's like when you're a kid shutting off the light and you got to run and jump in your bed so nothing grabs your feet.
I did that till I was almost 20.
Yeah.
I was scared of the dark.
You passed it on to me. I know. I needed one of those long back scratcher things to hit the light switch so that I didn't have to get out of bed. Something about getting your feet caught by stuff. I don't know. Yeah. Well, listen, those were our ideas. And yeah, she says, probably quickly. Mm-hmm, thank you. I know. Now that you've said the bull sharks are out there, I'm like, oh, on the first, I always do a plunge. I learned that when I was in the military to like go do water plunges. Everybody did it as like an Arctic plunge and, kind of like a silly thing. But I always found it as such a good New Year's thing to do for me because it was something that was hard, right? It's like, girl, you got to go get in cold water. It's going to be uncomfortable, but like you can do this. So starting out the year uncomfortable makes everything feel easier later is the whole kind of theory behind it maybe. And also the doctor says taking cold showers is healthy for you and it resets your nervous system and whatever. I don't know. I do it because I know it's hard.
I might almost be ready to try it.
Yeah, you can come jump in the water with me. We'll record
January
it.
1st.
Yeah. I always do. I have all these and I make Tony take a picture of me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get out there and like, I'm going to lay flat and then just get a couple of pictures. Like I need for myself, I watch the progression of me. And sometimes I can stay in the water like 20 minutes and other times I'm like, hi, I'm done. And then I have people who come up to me and ask me if I'm from Michigan. I'm like, no, I live here. I'm just crazy. I just like to do this. So there's, as the new year approaches, the things that we do to sort of, reinvigorate ourselves and be like, okay, new year, new what? It doesn't have to be new you, but new what? Learning to deal with struggles better, like learning to set healthier boundaries. I know for me this year, I learned to set a lot of boundaries.
Well, we're going 2026 is 1 year. So we're starting another 9-year cycle. Mm-hmm. And what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Where do you want to be at the end of that 9-year cycle?
Yeah. What's your vision for 9 years?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about doing with my grimoire is making it like a 9-year cycle.
A 9-year cycle grimoire?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
yeah.
Kat's got ideas. Oh man.
Because your grimoire can be whatever you want it to be, whatever works for you. So that's, I think, one of the things that we will talk about is like, just because you're doing seasons, I'm doing like the 9-year cycle only because it just we happen to be starting.
I love that.
On the 9-year. And I'm like, that kind of intrigues me to see like, where will I be 9 years from now? I'll be fucking old is what I'll be. But, I can also like, what kind of witch will I be?
Oh, listen, in 9 years, I'll be like 54, 53. That seems like forever away, but it's going to happen so fast. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Every year, any month, we can start off like being something new and deciding something new, but it kind of feels pivotal when it's a new year and it's a one cycle and it's like a 1 year. It's sort of like how when like many planets line, you're like, oh shit, I should plan for something. There should be something big that I do.
Well, and we are in a cycle. We're in a 250-year cycle in this coming year. 250 years since the nation was formed, and it's the Pluto. And it's Pluto is 248 years takes to, so we're back to the same place almost where we were, or we will reach the exact same place. Pluto will, let me get that out right, as we were when the nation was founded. So it's a big deal. Moon Lover would like us to talk about which school, which thank you for reminding us because we just talked about this on our podcast earlier. We were updating everybody on what we're going to be doing.
Yep, for 2026.
So which school?
Big change
for which
big
school?
Change.
And we hope it'll allow more people to get access to which school because we're doing a subscription for it now. So first of all of you who've already enrolled in which school, you still have the same access that you did before, but anybody new is going to be a subscription so that you can start. And if you decide that you can't get through it, you can unsubscribe and then you can come back and resubscribe when you can pick it back up. Because we have found that people have lives and sometimes your best intentions, to get stuff done, you just can't, you don't have it mentally.
We do it.
Jamie had a hell of a year, and and the men in her life had a hell of a year, and that impacted everybody in the family. And my grandson lives with me, so it's been a year.
So we understand the needing to like the desire and motivation to pick it up, but then also the necessity to set things down. So Which School was a one-time purchase of $222, but now it is going to be $33 a month, and you can turn it on and off as you see fit and just work through the lessons as you want to. We did this for 2 reasons: more access, and it's not necessarily about money. It's really about like helping to motivate people to get to the end so that they get all the lessons and then come out with an outcome. Like to be able to accomplish and complete a class gives a greater satisfaction than to purchase it one time, never completed, and wonder, I don't know, was that a waste? So the the psychology of it to have a membership is supposedly better than having a one-time purchase plan. And so we're trying that this year in 2026. It's going to be $33 to start the school. That's not active yet. Please don't go to the site just yet. We run all this ourselves, and I will tell you, it is really overwhelming to figure it out and get things switched on and know that it's really ready for everybody to be in it and like good to go. And then if it messes up, it's like, what's the backup plan for that and how to fix it? So the first few people in, I'm like, shit, let's just, okay. I'm purchase it myself and go through it to make sure everything works first.
How long have we been with Kajabi now?
2 years.
Yeah, so
2 or 3
only
years.
2 years with Kajabi, and it's like major stuff that we have to learn. It's always a long learning curve and lots of videos to watch and lots of things that don't work exactly how they say in the video. And then you got to figure that shit out, and you're just like,
it's a lot.
I remember when we first started it, how frustrating it was.
It took like 6 months to build the website, and then the school took almost 8 months to build.
Yeah.
And just getting everything done. But an exciting thing about the school with the videos that are already loaded is that Kajabi is now updating their platform to allow for closed captions on all their videos, which was a request by one of our witch students, who I'm so grateful to say that is coming out February of 2026. All the videos are going to be able to have captions on them. We just go turn them on, and then it happens. And it's like, oh, I'm so thankful that they realized that there was a disadvantage, for the hearing impaired. So we're really glad about that. So as they step up their game, we're trying to step up our game just to serve the community and make sure that people have access to the whole thing that we want to do, which is provide witchcraft education, make it easy, keeping witchcraft simple, not overcomplicating it, not dangling things in front of you and being like, I don't know, jump through these hoops in order to get what you want. Witchcraft can be very simple. So that's the plan for the school. Yeah. And I'm excited about that. I'm super excited because I'm like, I just hope there's more. I just want to, they started this whole thing called Community, which is also sort of an online community thing that we haven't quite figured out. It sounds kind of like it's like Meetup, which we used to run. That you can do video lessons on, and you can invite people to, and you can do free events, and it's within a closed system so that we can't have Zoom bombers again. Because if you guys don't know, we did Meetup since 2020, and we closed it out in 2023?
Mm-hmm. We did,
or the beginning of 2024.
Years. Yeah, 3.5 years.
With 2,200 members and trying to do our videos and stuff, we want to help people keep their privacy, because not everybody wants you to know that they're into witchcraft. Like, you can still be in the closet and there's nothing wrong with them. We want to respect everybody's privacy. But what that allowed other people to do is come in and kind of the Zoom bombing thing, right? And so Zoom didn't help protect that. And then Meetup wasn't able to help protect us, which is why we ended that free.
Yeah, after we had a couple of guys show up and be total
ridiculous. Dicks. Yeah. Boys being boys talking about penises. I don't know, just stupid shit that they do for no reason. Yeah. We let go of Meetup, but now it looks like Kajabi is going to have something like that, but we'll be behind a protected wall. We're only people who sign up. So we would be able to, if somebody came in and did something like that, we could track them and then they could be punished for it. So with Meetup and Zoom, there was no tracking. You could log in with any email, and that was hard. That was hard for us. So once it happened, I think the third time was probably when we got pissed off and I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore, because it felt so intrusive.
Definitely. Yeah. I just have to say, Science Parrot I don't remember your name. I said Science Parrot because I know you're really into science. And
Mrs. Science.
Yeah. Mrs. Science? Is that what it was?
I love it. I talked to her about you, and now you're Mrs. Science. I love it. Yes. Mrs. Science. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Welcome. Hello.
Hi. I hope your trip up to Georgia was amazing. Yeah. She went up to the Georgia Aquarium. Have you been to that big space? It's like the Georgia Aquarium, massive aquarium.
I haven't been to Georgia since I was in the underground in Atlanta in 1977.
My mom was there when things were cool, or I don't know, ghetto. I don't know which one it was in 77.
It was pretty ghetto.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
the Atlanta Underground. It's
very cool.
I don't know what it is.
They're still in Atlanta Underground. It's just like a huge food court thing now.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they call it.
It was pretty run down at that time. It's amazing.
It's amazing. Yes, it is. That's where Cameron fell in love with beluga whales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The aquarium there.
They had the beluga whales there. Yeah. It was.
Is that Atlanta?
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yep. The Georgia Aquarium. Super amazing place. I love it. I love that you guys got to go up there. And whale sharks. Oh my gosh. We get whale sharks in the Gulf one day. Go head towards Mexico or like Central America and go see them. You know that, right? Whale sharks.
No.
We get them. Yep, we do.
I didn't know that.
It's amazing. Well, I think that we got all the things that we were going to say, maybe. So we put our ideas out there.
Yeah.
We talked about that we're going to do the grimoire things.
Yeah.
We're officially back. So excited, just so you guys know, like, just to commit to this and show back up and read your guys' comments and just have the conversations. I'm very excited about that. Oh my gosh. Japan's Hawaii. I'm reading through some of the comments. It is Japan's Hawaii. What about Guam? Did you ever know Guam, Katie? Like, I was in Guam for 2 years. They also called that, like, I don't want to say Japan's Hawaii, but that was like where the Japanese used to vacation. And I spent 2 years there. And it's a tiny island, like 5 by 13. Yeah. Can you imagine being stuck on an island that big?
No.
I think Venice Island might be bigger than that. And that's what I was on for 2 years. But this was exciting. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight, you guys. And if anybody is watching this, like, as the replay, we're going to continue to see comments. There's also a community within YouTube where you can leave comments, ideas, anything that we want to see. And the first thing that we have scheduled is the very first Crafting Your Grimoire. So if you guys think of ideas and you want to,
what date is that? I know it's on our. I know it's on our channel, but what is our?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I wish I did.
It's already scheduled.
It's already scheduled on YouTube
in our lives, but we don't even know what day it is. I do know that we have. I do know we have to get busy planning and getting our supplies together.
I think it's the 13th. But love you too, Moon Lover. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here with us.
We do, all of you.
Yes, everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. And we can't wait to see you in our future lives and like all the things we do. And like I said, warning, they're going to be a little longer, but we're going to have like different options for viewing and hopefully it all comes together. We're just, trying this shit out. It's just us. I wish there was one day we've said we're going to have a big production team and like a studio and there's going to be, so that we don't have to worry about all the details, but
we're doing everything ourselves.
We're doing everything ourselves right now.
But that'll change over the next cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
All right, guys.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.